What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again from server 1 representing IC. Guys, we're back here with another tier list, and thank you to Binato as usual for helping me set this up. And guys, you can go ahead and update his you can actually look at the updates on his Reddit. The link will be in the description as always. We're going to be actually going up to Minato today, but I'm actually also adding the 6 tails myself personally because I've done a ton of testing for him already. He's already 71k, so we used him in FG, we used him in Arena, NWT, and I'm also going to probably use him in Abyss, obviously, because he's probably one of the best characters for Abyss. So we're going to give you my take on it. It's not officially on the Reddit yet, but it will be on this tier list, and this is my opinions. If he and I discuss everything and we think differently, I'll let you know, but I think so far we're pretty much on the same page of where he's going to go, so I feel comfortable going ahead doing this. So let's start off with the Triple S, and we're going to start off with Arena, guys. Okay, so here is the usual Triple S squad. So we're going to put in Data, Sublime. And the thing with Data is a lot of people are being like, oh, you need speed to use him. Actually not, because it's RNG, right? So the more characters that die, the more he's just going to destroy people. So Data Sublime is still one of the hardest hitting units in the game, especially with his trait 4 going off. So you don't need speed. I don't know where this is coming from. The more characters that die on your team, if he stays alive, it's RNG again, who the opponent is attacking, right? The more damage you're going to end up doing. So don't be fooled by that. Again, I don't know where that's coming from, but hey, you know what? I know a lot of opponents that use him and that destroy. Sasuke Heavy Kakashi will always stay there. That'll never change, to be honest with you. Sage Mode Jiraiya, Sai is pretty much the most broken unit of the game for support, so he's never going to go anywhere. He's Triple S in every single aspect. Itachi's just too good of a buffer and nuke. Sasori, way too good of a nuke and survivor and gives way too many good buffs and debuffs. Naruto Rin, just the best free-to-play unit, just does way too much damage. Most people can get him to 7. Most people have his awakening weapons, his LB2, and the fact that he just hits like a Mack truck. His confuse 100% is just, these two together are pretty much flawless. And Obito, of course, the hardest hitting single nuke in the game now, especially for a brand new character. So that right there, guys, is your Triple S for your Arena team. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead now and start doing the Double S units, and these units here are still going to stay here for quite some time, in my opinion. So don't worry too much if you don't have the Triple S. These guys will bring you a lot of good stuff too. Okay, so let's start off with the basics. So Kirin. Where's the other Sasuke? Sasuke, a Heavy SR. So let's see, Heavy, where are you? There we go, Heavy SR. Data OG. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put these up here, guys. Gaara, of course, still one of the better tanks out there. Mama Sakura is still one of the best supports in the game, even though she doesn't do any damage. She does a lot to bring you your units a lot of utility. Hidan, of course, one of the best tank nukes in the game, and also one of the best A buffers, and also has status effect suppression, which you can avoid stuns quite a bit because of that, or the rate of the stuns will go down against you at least. And then we have Naruto and Boruto. So if we find Boruto, you are Naruto SR, fantastic characters. Both of them are great nukes and a lot of utility, and Boruto is more of a defensive offensive unit, while Naruto's pure offense, especially for A units and all units. So the best stun in the game. CM2 definitely deserves to be up there. Jiraiya, the best tribe gauge specialist and buffer for that. Danzo, really underrated, guys. If you guys have him, you should be building him. He is fantastic as a unit and will bring you a lot of utility and damage. Gaara, one of the best new SRs for buffs and brings a lot of utility as well too. And if you're slower or faster than your opponent, you actually get double the buffs, or different buffs depending on which one you are. Kid Kakashi, one of the best support in the game now. Tobi, still one of the best power creep AoEs for SR, so definitely deserves to be up here. And then lastly, we have the brand new Minato. Now, a lot of people were disappointed in him. Okay, guys, so he's not a bad character. I don't know where this is coming from. He just isn't what we all wanted him to be, right? So it doesn't mean he has no utility and he's bringing nothing to the table. He brings a lot to the table. Now, Minato specifically, guys, can do a ton of damage to D units and T units, as a matter of fact. So it doesn't mean he's bad. It just, again, he's just not quite as good as we wanted him to be. And that's just the fact of it. So if you got him, don't be disappointed. He's still a very good unit to use. All right, so that rounds up your Double S for Arena, guys, right there. Okay, and you'll get a snapshot of this, and I'll put timestamps in this video this time so people have a chance to look at it when they see it. All right, so let's go to the S tier now. All right, so S tier, we're going to start off with your Sarada, Revenge Sasuke. There we are. Still a pretty decent nuke. Your Sarada still has 100% confused, which is always great to have. So if you don't have Rin Naruto and you joined late and you have her, you can use her in tandem with Sasori, so it will do you a lot. Payne's still one of the better URs for buffing and debuffing and does a ton of crit and crit damage. Same with Naruto SMN. Both of them are very similar in their kits for that regard, but they have different buffs, obviously. Payne's a little more of a team-oriented buffer. SMN is more of a selfish buffer to some extent. He does have some team ones. Asuma, a really good guard rate tank. Sugetsu, really good mini Gaara. Kind of falling off a little bit, but still a really good unit if you have him for a tank. Yamato, same scenario, easy to get to 7-star, guys. Ryo summons, give you frags, get him to 7 as a new player, you'll be golden for a while. Itachi is still a really decent nuke. SMN, sorry, not SMN, you are Naruto Hokage, still really good unit there. At least for Arena, he survives quite a bit and does a healing himself. And then we have Orochimaru, which has the only silence in the game. Hopefully that changes soon, but really good unit still. Good tank and good debuffer. Kamui Kakashi, still one of the best buffers in the game. Unfortunately, the caveat of having to kill somebody makes it a little less viable, but still a really, really good unit. Shikamaru, amazing unit still for damage reduction rate, stun, and buffing T units if you have that. And then, of course, Neji, who is a great chakra giver, crit damage buffer, and overall a pretty decent nuke guy. So there's your S class. So these guys are actually bringing quite a bit. So if you can combine them with triple S and double S, you've got a pretty good arena team. A good survivability, good damage, and overall you got yourself a pretty balanced team with these guys in there. Now the big thing is, of course, speed's gonna matter, so make sure you guys get your speed up, but that right there is your S class. Not a bad class to be in, guys. All right, so let's go on to the A class. So we're gonna go ahead and put Naruto. You are there. A lot of you guys may not have him because you're brand new, which is unfortunate, but he's a really, really good character to have. Rock Lee, really good character to have as well too if you're brand new. Unfortunately harder to farm because you only can farm him later on. Same with Hinata, decent character to have in the beginning. B, unfortunately, wish they made him better, but he does have a stun and a defense up and guard rate suppression, which helps you go through tanks a little more. Kabuto, not bad there. A little mini healer. He does do healing, and he does do more damage if the person has status effect. So I mean, if you pair him with someone with status effect, he will do more. A is one of the better D units with a stun, and also protects A units with his buffs. Sarada, great to melt and nuke D units. Boruto, of course, one of the best nukes in the game still, and one of the OG characters. So if you don't have UR Naruto, you could also use SR Naruto. So where are you? I just had him here. I'm losing my mind here, guys. Sorry. SR Naruto. There you are. Perfect. So decent nuke. Still one of the better rounded characters. Kankuro, really good actually in Arena, and really easy to get to 7 stars if you do Ryo summons. You can get his frags, guys, so definitely work on him in the beginning if you have him. Guy, good tank, has really good LB2 for tanking. Daru is also really good too, he buffs all D units. Haku, where is Haku? There he is. Decent, really good in Arena, actually decent in Arena, really good in PvE though, right? So and then you have Chio here, who I think maybe deserves S now instead of A+, personally, because the healing is insane and she gives you quite a few good buffs. So I think she deserves S personally, but we'll talk to Binato about that and agree on that together. Blossom, A+, yeah, that's a good thing. Tribe Gate Specialist plus Healer. COVID Maru, you know what? COVID Maru's a crapshoot. He can be really good at debuffing and chakra down, but unfortunately in PvP, as I mentioned a couple videos ago with Kisame and all the Akatsuki team, you don't control chakra down, so it makes it hard to make it more viable. Tsunade, of course, chakra battery and healer, and then lastly Kiba, instant jutsu, the only other character in the game that has it, and unfortunately is a glass cannon, so will die quickly, but can do quite a bit of damage pretty fast, and good debuffer. So there you go, guys. That rounds up your A class, or A+ class, sorry. So A+ is still a decent thing to have. Now a lot of newer people are going to use the A+ characters, not veterans. Some veterans may use certain characters like Chio. You may see Daru in there, you may see Tsunade in there sometimes, but for the most part these are going to be for newer characters, and they're much better in PvE, most of these content. Okay, so let's go on to the next list, the A units. So Conan, I don't agree with her being there personally. I think she should be lower, but hey, you know what? It's a minor adjustment here and there. So Jugo, Karin, Kisame. Who else do we have here? Mama Sakura D, Mama Sakura T, Zabuza. Yeah, Zabuza's decent. Naruto Berserk. There he is. Ino, okay, so Ino I don't agree either being an A. The reason why I think Binato put her in A is he's thinking of the whole size situation. If you have 5k plus, I think she deserves to be a little lower, but hey, you know what, we'll stick with this, and I'm just gonna let you guys know a lot of these characters are being added here by Binato because of tribe gauge and sorry, not tribe gauge, their tribes, and of their because of their 5k comparisons with Sai. We're working on getting you guys a proper list that indicates that, because right now I believe that these characters here, some of them do belong for sure, some of them don't, but we're adding them in here because Well, at least Binato added them in here because he thinks that everyone is running Psy and anyone that's 5k deserves to be up higher. So, you know, for example, has the 5k vitality. So I kind of disagreed with that, but at the same time, I can see the logic behind it. Everybody should be getting Psy. So we're going to try to work around how to present this to you guys for those who don't have Psy and do, okay? So that's something we'll implement in the future. But for now, there you have it. Choji here, Tamari here, Shino here. Again, I think we need to separate that personally because not everybody's going to have Sai. Sai, it takes a while to get Konohamaru. And then lastly, we have D. Now we're left with Ninetales. Now, I told you it's not official, but I'm going to put him right where he belongs, guys. And he definitely 100% belongs up here. So Naruto Six Tails, easily one of the best nukers in the game. AoE damage, increases his own damage increase rate, lowers the opponent's damage reduction rate, and then increases it again after the Jutsu. So that stays rest of battle. And then he increases his own attack every single passing turn. His S2 does critical rate up, and also his LB2 gives him DRR up and DIR up for the rest of every turn for the rest of the battle. It makes him almost unstoppable eventually. So definitely deserves to be up here. And there you have it, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. So there you go. So pretty much the actual setup up here stays the same. The only person that goes down in this list actually is going to be this character here. It's Naruto. Six Tails, I 100% deserves NWT status up there, so I'm going to keep him up there. Kiba actually ends up moving up here, so we're going to quickly do a rearrangement here. I'm not going to take everybody off. Gaara stays, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and keep Minato there. Danzo will stay. Everybody else pretty much gets to go down a tad bit, and I'll show you guys why. So I'll show you the SS rank here only, okay? So it's going to be Minato, Sasuke, Kirin can... I'm surprised he's actually down. I think he deserves to be SS personally. Okay, so this is my take with Kirin. Minato has him in double S. I don't know why. Or just an S. I think he deserves double S because of his buffs, right? He gives those buffs the attack and DIR up, and I think he deserves it. So I'm going to stick to mine here and stay up here with him. Because I use him and he does so much work for me, guys. So Gaara... OG Deidara, yeah, OG Deidara can stay down there, sure, that makes sense. Naruto SR moves up, which makes sense, yep. Boruto moves up, yep, which makes sense. So both of those characters definitely go up. Who do else have here? Danzo stays, Jiraiya goes down. Gaara T goes down. Kid Kakashi goes down. Toby goes down. And I think this pretty much rounds up the squad. I think CM2 deserves to be up here as well, too, to be honest with you. So this is kind of my take on it. Okay, so my take is right here. I think that Binato has CM2 here and Kirin here. And I think they deserve to be up here. So that's my take on it, guys. My take personally right here, Binato's take, okay? So we have some, we don't always review this together, guys. We don't have the time to, but so this is what I'm going to say with mine. If you want to check out the Reddit list, it will be a tad bit different, but that's my take on it. All right, so now for a NWT S rank. So let's go here. It'll be A. Sasuke Revenge stays there. We have Naruto UR. Yep, that definitely deserves to be up there. We have Naruto Hokage up here now as well too, which he already is. Great. We have Guy Sensei up here, which is good. Now NWT, guys, you do need tanks because you lose points when somebody dies, and having somebody in there that can protect you is a key thing to have in this for sure. S rank, he definitely deserves to be. Kamui deserves to be up here. Daryu deserves to be up here. Yep. Orochimaru deserves to be up here, and I think he already is. There we go. And I'll clear this out, guys. As soon as we're done here, I'll show you who deserves to stay and go, right? So we have Mama Sakura, we have Boruto. Boruto, I believe, moves up here. Yep, that's good. He's a great nuke. CM2, again, I think he deserves to be SS, so I'm going to put mine up there. Again, Binato has him in S rank, as I explained. So a little bit of an indifference there, or a little bit of a difference, sorry, in terms of what we agree on. But I'll put that there for me personally. Sugetsu, yep. Asuma, I think he's already there. Yep, deserves to be there. And then Hidan, right there. So these tanks are there for a reason, guys. They're there to protect your team, so keep that in mind. SMN Pain, yep. OG Deidara, we already talked about. He's right there. So I'm just gonna keep going through this, guys, till I need to clear out somebody. There we go. Neji, Toby definitely deserves to be there. Hidan. Oh, sorry, Hidan we already did Kakazu. Where's Kakazu? I know I have him here somewhere. I'm pretty sure he's actually in this list already. Kakazu, where are you? Oh, there he is. Okay, perfect. Yeah, he deserves to be there. COVID Maru, yeah, definitely deserves with Chakra down and stuff. It's a pretty big deal when it's 3-on-3. Jiraiya, we already have him on here, so we're gonna keep him there. There he is, right there. And then we have Gaara and Kid Kakashi. There you go. So that's what they get right there. All right, so that's your S rank. I agree with that. I think the only person a bit missing here, and it might be Shikamaru. I kind of do think Shikamaru deserves to be S here. Because of what he brings to the table with that DRR down and the T up, and he also protects T units. So depending on your team, I think he deserves to be up here. But you know what? A+ is still good, and we'll keep him up there. And I think Chio is actually another one that deserves to be up in S personally. She just brings way too much to the table. So I'm going to go ahead and add her, in my opinion here. Binato has her in A+, but I think she deserves to be up here. All right, so now let's go through the A units, guys. So Corinne goes up here. Rock Lee stays there. Who else do we have? Hinata stays there. Who else? B and Jugo. So Jugo goes up, B stays. Itachi, surprisingly, I think he deserves to be S as well. I think he's a great nuke for NWT. So again, there's a little disagreement there, but that's fine. Again, it's not the end of the world to have a little bit of a difference, and you guys you guys have the characters, you guys can determine. I think he deserves to be S personally, but we'll agree with that one for now. Kankuro, of course. Naruto Rage, being a nuke, deserves to be up there. Yep. And then Haku. Yep, we have Haku here. Yes, he is. There he is. A lot of people say she. It's funny to me still. I make that as a joke all the time. But you know, I don't think it's a she, guys. So you are Sarada. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Rock Lee's, I mentioned, is already there. Kabuto's already here. Naruto SR, I believe, is already here. And Sarada T unit is right there. So who do we have here that doesn't belong? We don't have Tsunade, so we're going to drop her down. We have Blossom, and we don't have Shikamaru, which again, I think he deserves to be. You know what? I'm keeping Shikamaru in A+. He deserves that. I don't think he should be any lower than that. All right, so here we have Papa Sasuke as the A unit. Blossom, yep. Tsunade, yep. Kisame, yep. And then we have Choji for Tribe Gauge, makes sense. And then we have Tamari for AoE and A+ buffing. So that all makes sense, guys. So we're going to keep that as is. We're going to drop some of these characters down. And then we have Mitsuki for your B. Mama Sakura D, yep. And it's there. 1010 Sakura T, yep. Zabuza. So I took Shikamaru out here, guys. Conan, where is she? She deserves to be down here. Yeah, I agree with that. Sasori, yep. And Konohamaru up here. So who do we just take off? So I think Shino, and see, I don't agree with that. I think Shino deserves to be there, so I'm going to keep him in B because it's chakra down, right? He has chakra down, so that's actually very useful to, if you're faster than your opponent, to make them lose instant jutsu like Kakashi. So I'm going to keep him there. He goes to C for his chakra down, and then she goes to D. So again, that's pretty much rounds up your whole squad. So I'm going to go ahead and save this again, guys. So let's save that. For those who don't know what Abyss is, that's the laboratory of the Abyss, which comes out every second banner with the characters for the most part, except for recently, which has kind of been weird. But let's go ahead and start this off, okay? So the only people that are going to change here, this pretty much stays the same, guys. You're just going to add in Kirin here. And again, we have pretty much the same setup. I think everyone here belongs here. Yep. Pretty much everyone deserves to be here. The only other one actually we're adding on is SR Heavy, just because of the utility he brings. And Six Tails, guys, 100% will be top tier for this. So if you have him, congratulations. He'll do a lot of work for you. So in my opinion, Six Tails stays there because of the ramp up that he has, and the longer the battle, if he can stay alive, especially with his LB2, which he will be, you'll be doing a lot more with him. You can probably clear most of the things with him eventually as he keeps buffing himself. All right, so let's move on to the SS class. So Gaara deserves to be there. Jiraiya actually is going to make a little step back up here because he's huge for this one. OG Datara, same thing. He's just too good for PvE, so he's going to actually make a jump back. He's almost essential for most PvE, in my opinion. He just makes things easier, right? Pain definitely deserves to be up here. Kamui Kakashi deserves to be up here. Is he even here? No, I don't think he's not. Where is he? Kamui. There he is. Okay, Mama Sakura definitely deserves to be up here for PvE. Naruto SR is already here. Boruto is here. Naruto Rin is already here. Kiba can go down. Put him down here for now. And then we have Danzo who's here. Yep, perfect. And then Gaara, and I think we're missing Kid Kakashi here. I think Kid Kakashi 100% deserves to be up here. So I'm going to put Kid Kakashi in double S, to be honest with you guys, as well. And Gaara. So who do we have here that doesn't belong? CM2. See, I don't agree with that either. I think CM2... Oh, no, he is already here. Sorry. CM2 is here. I think this is pretty much the roundup. Yeah. The only difference I had here is Kid Kakashi here, guys, versus I think Kid Kakashi S for Binato. So I think that he deserves to be up here for sure. That's my opinion on it. Again, it's not too much of a difference, but they're both amazing characters. They do a lot of things for your team. Okay, S rank. All right, let's jump into this. S rank. So we have... yeah, it's Naruto Revenge. Shikamaru definitely deserves to be up in S rank, maybe even SS, to be honest with you, in my opinion, at this point, but we'll leave him there. A will probably throw down here for now. Tobi deserves it. Kakuzu definitely deserves to be up here. Hidan, I think we already have him here. He's there, perfect. And then SMN, yeah, SMN's great for nuking and also survivability. Blossom 100% deserves to be up here. She is the only other backup besides Choji that has Tribe Gauge. Orochimaru definitely deserves to be there. Can stop a lot of nuking and tribe specials from going off just from being there. Sarada UR definitely deserves to be here as well too. She has a great confuse and good buffs for the units. Naruto Kage deserves to be up here for his utility. No, sorry, not utility, survivability. Kid Kakashi, again, I moved him up to SS. I think he deserves to be up there. And Kankuro for his just increasing his battle strength throughout the whole battle. So definitely worth it. I think also, again, like I said, Chio deserves a little more credit now where she's at, but that pretty much rounds up the official tier list that's on Reddit. For the most part, I agree with all this, guys. I honestly think Itachi, for example, and Chio deserve to be up here as well too, and maybe even A, to be honest, just because of what Indaru, just because what they bring to the table. But again, we'll leave it down here for now. I think they're fine in A+ as well too. So we have Itachi. We pretty much have the proper squad here. Just want to make sure. So yeah, let's go through this together. So we go Dario here, Itachi, Chio, we already have, COVID Maru. Yes, that's right. I keep calling him that, and I'm never gonna stop calling him that. Let's see. I feel bad. I mean, it's probably not the right time to be saying things like that, but it is what it is. There we go. I should put him right there. Again, this is no sequential order, guys, right? I'm just doing this just to organize it like the tier list that's on Reddit, so I'm not confused and missing anybody. Sarada, where's Naruto Berserk? I believe he's right there. Perfect. Yeah, these are all really good characters in A+, guys, and deserve it. I think Naruto UR personally deserves S, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. He is still a really good unit in A, and I'm okay with keeping him there. Sorry, he's right here. This should go here, that should go there. So A deserves to be there. Suigetsu, yeah, definitely deserves to be there as a tank. You need those in this. Haku, who else do we have? B, I think we already got him there. Neji and Naruto. Neji and Naruto SR. Okay, so there you go, guys. That rounds up your A+. So let's go to A. So we have Kabuto, Papa Sasuke, Tsunade, perfect. Guy Yamato, yeah, that's already there. Asama's already there. Kiba's already there. Hinata's already here. Rock Lee, I think Rock Lee's already here, yeah. Yeah, Hinata's already there. Tamari probably deserves to be A at this point, guys, because of the buffs that she provides to all A units. I think she deserves to stay A. So, you know what, I'm going to keep my version of her here. And we will move everyone else where they belong down. And this is kind of what I'm trying to get at in terms of 10-10. Actually, where's 10-10? Yeah, if Tamari stays here, 10-10 stay here. They're pretty much hand-in-hand units that you want to use together just because of their buffs to the whole team. So 10-10 would be here, but I told her I'm going to keep her up here in A. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm giving her an upgrade. You guys know how much I hate her as a unit, at least. But she does have that A buff, which has become ludicrously good in this because of the abilities, all the abilities that A units now have. So yeah, so we're gonna keep her there. Konohamaru down, Kisame down, Choji down. Oh no, Choji stays up. Who here deserves to go down? Karen, I think it is, right? So that's 1, 2. Oh, Sasori as well. I'm surprised Sasori's so low. I would keep him as a B. I'm going to go ahead and keep him as a B, guys, because he does defense down. So if he dies, he brings a lot of debuffs to the units. Plus his chakra down is kind of helpful. Same with Kisame. I think he deserves to be B. Chakra down is really important in Abyss to stop from people from doing that. And I'd even put Shino in B, to be honest. Again, these guys, in my opinion, deserve to be there. Even her. Honestly, like, she gives chakra up, so it's always nice to have. So I think they deserve to be there. C here, I agree. C, we have Mitsuki, Kisame, and Shino. I put them up here, so maybe Mitsuki, and then these guys all deserve to go down to D. I think that's how mine's gonna work out. There you guys, a couple differences between Binato and I again, and that's gonna happen. Again, we haven't had a chance to review everything together. So I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go ahead and honestly, guys, don't quote, like, don't think this is too far off. Like, for the most part, 95% we agree. There's just a couple changes I would make personally. So big ups to him for doing a proper job. It's hard controlling all of this at the same time. So yeah, no, I definitely agree with most of it. Change now a tad bit. Okay, so we have Deidara, Kakashi, Hebi, Sai. That pretty much stays the same. He's gonna go down quite a bit. Itachi stays the same. CM2 actually flies up here. Sasuke, Hebi, D goes down quite a bit. Obito definitely stays where he is. Kirin goes down quite a bit, and then Naruto, the new Six Tails, definitely deserves that. Now Minato and I argued about Minato a little bit. It's a mouthful there. But I think he deserves to be SS still, only because he just isn't bringing enough to FG, in my opinion. But we're going to test him more and more as we go. So definitely keep an eye out for that, guys. Okay, so Sasuke Revenge, Minato there for sure. Haku definitely deserves to be up here. So where's my boy Haku? There he is. Gaara, we're going to just toss all the way down because Danzo... Honestly, Danzo actually isn't bad. I'm going to put him in S for now. I think that's where Binato has him, but he's actually really good still. Sasori actually ends up being SS. I think Naruto Rin deserves triple S here, personally, but we'll keep him here for now. Boruto, Naruto, both are really good, so they're here. Yep. Naruto Rin we have in here. Pain we have in here. SMN. I'm surprised we don't have SMN in here. I think SMN definitely deserves to be in here, especially because Pain's in here. So I think I'm going to toss him up here because he does amazing damage against D units. So let's toss Jiraiya down, Mama Sakura down. OG Deidara is pretty much essential, so he is up here. Gaara, do we have the new Gaara in here? Yeah, I can put Gaara down here, I guess. I'm seeing right here in S. Kamui definitely deserves to be... So Kamui, I think, deserves to be down in S now for FG. My opinion, just my opinion on it, because his buffs require the kills and not everybody can get that. So I'm starting to notice a lot of people struggling to get a kill on 4th round, so it's not worth having him in triple S or double S. I think he deserves to be S now. And then Gaara, where's the new Gaara? Actually, he does deserve to be double S. Yep, definitely. And again, I think Kakashi deserves to be there as well. Minato and I have not agreed on that one either, but we'll talk about that. Itachi for sure. Sasori for sure, Rin, Naruto, SMN. So this is my roundup here, guys. The only differences I have here between his Reddit one is I have Kid Kakashi added in here. I have SMN added in here. Everything else is exactly the same. All right. So this is my take on it, guys. And then we're gonna go to S rank. Shikamaru 100%, Jiraiya for sure. Naruto, you are. Where are you? Are you on the list? And I don't see you. Naruto, you are. Naruto, you are. Where are you? There he is. Yeah, he's a really good nuke for this, guys. So definitely deserves it. Neji's really good for FG for sure. We have Kakuzu in here already. We have let's throw in B in there as a nuke. Definitely. Yeah, Naruto, Berserk is definitely there. SMN, I put him up there, so we don't agree on that one, but we'll talk about that. Tsunade, yeah, as a chakra battery, 100% deserves to be up here. Tamari, yeah, we discussed that already, how she brings A units a lot of buffs. 1010 definitely is, again, hand in hand together, deserves to be there. We'll throw her down, we'll throw him down. And let me just remove some of the people here that don't belong here, guys. Kabuto and S. I guess, yeah, sure. The defense down is worth it. Boruto definitely deserves to be up here. I don't think he is, though. Why isn't Boruto up here? Did we miss him? Did I miss him? He deserves to be probably SS, if anything. Oh, yeah, he is SS. Ha, I missed that. There you go, guys. That makes a lot of sense. All right, my bad. And then Rock Lee. Rock Lee's already here, I think. Do we not have Rock Lee here? Where is Rock Lee? There he is. Rock Lee. And then Danzo 100% deserves to be here, and Kid Kakashi. So that's the roundup there, guys. So the only person I don't have on here that he does, I have Kid Kakashi moved up, and that might be it. Konkoro, I think Konkoro deserves to be A. You know what? A plus is fine for Konkoro, actually. That's true. A plus is good. So who do I have here that I'm missing? So we have 1, 2, 3. Toby. Okay, good there. Hidan. Sarada UR needs to go. Although she's not a bad buffer, to be honest, guys. She's actually pretty good where she is there. I think this is it right there. Perfect. Okay, let's go to A+, guys. Now, we have Mama Sakura first. We have it right there. He's going to drop, most likely here. Who else do we have? Sarada SR, definitely good debuffer and buffer. Sarada UR, which I just pointed out, also very good. Chio, we already got there. Hidan, yeah, I mean, honestly, as a nuking tank, definitely deserves to be here. So let's put that there. Naruto UR, yeah, also a nuking tank and healer to himself. Konkoro, we talked about, definitely deserves to be here. Zabuza definitely moves up. He is a good nuke for old school SR. Cvlmer is going to move down quite a bit. Hinata, yeah, she deserves to be up here for sure as a nuke. And SR Naruto, we think we already have him in there, and Daru is actually still there only because he gives bonuses to D units to do more damage, so that makes a lot of sense. So we will go ahead and do that. There's your A+ units, guys. So A units. Now this is going to be funny because it's always just mostly tanks. Tanks don't do anything in FG, unfortunately. They're useless in there. And also a debuffer, and unfortunately Papa Sasuke still sits there. And I agree with that because he just doesn't bring enough to the table as a as an A unit. So yeah, there you go. That pretty much rounds that up. B rank. All right, so Choji and Blossom, essentially only two that sit in B rank. Choji and Blossom. So we're gonna leave those two there. Where's Blossom actually? Blossom. There you are. There you go. The rest can move on down. And actually a few of these guys also going to drop here, guys, into C rank. So bear with me here, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do Sasori, there he is, in C rank. Yamato in C rank. We have Suigetsu in C rank. Asama in C rank. Jugo in C rank. And Mitsuki in C rank. I believe that pretty much is everybody. Where is Kiba in here? Kiba deserves to be pretty high up. Surprisingly, maybe I missed him. Kiba. There he is. He's in double S. Yes, he is. I agree with that. Instant Jutsu, and you can do it twice. So if you have the proper setup, so you can set it up twice. So definitely agree with that. C rank. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we got everybody in here. Karin drops, Shino drops, Kisame drops. This drops here, and I think that is perfect for that. And D rank, we essentially have everyone in the bottom. There you go, guys. That is your FG setup. Sorry, not FG. Yeah, is it FG? Yeah, it is FG. That is your FG. It gets crazy after a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this, guys. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we will go ahead and call this the FG one. FG, and then I'll go ahead and save this. Download the image, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back here, and I'm going to go ahead and save this now. And if you guys need to see it, you know where to find it. Just search this up on tier list maker, or you can check out Binato's version of it, which will be a little different now. But nonetheless, these are all creative for you guys. They're not too different. Remember that. They're both very valid. It's just different takes on different units and how we use them and our experiences with them. But for the most part, 95% of this is exactly the same. All right, guys, this is Payne. Shout out to Binato again. Give him a big shout out as well when you see him, and thank him for this tier list. We're working on these together. So yeah, big ups to him. Big ups to you guys for watching this, and thank you so much, and have a great day. Enjoy.